Thank you for joining the program. I'm here as the new host, and I'm excited to bring you the best coverage of the team. Today's topic will explore the opinions of a former player who shared on his podcast his thoughts about an athlete and a possible trade that has been generating a lot of discussion lately. It's also important to note that one of my all-time favorite players was recently inducted into the Hall of Fame. I fondly remember the nickname I used for him back then. So before we dive into today's content, let's take a moment to recognize one of the greatest receivers in the team's history. Recently, that former player expressed his views on the entire draft class in his podcast, offering a very positive evaluation. He placed special emphasis on the second-round pick, showing particular enthusiasm for that athlete. He believes this player has the ability to step in as a starter right away, replacing the previous incumbent. Initially, I had some reservations about that claim, but after doing a bit more research, I'm beginning to think he might be right. As the former player commented, I believe he could join the organization and possibly be the starting running back from day one. What impresses me most about this athlete is his ability to give the quarterback confidence in the pocket. Not only because of his talent as a runner, but also because he's recognized as one of the best pass-protecting backs to come out of college football in recent years. With the offensive coordinator returning, the offense is preparing to adopt a quick tempo, short passing style, which will likely result in a heavy emphasis on the aerial attack, especially with our quarterback leading the charge. Analyzing Trayvon Henderson with Josh McDaniels back in place, we see an offense that prioritizes quick, agile passing based on fast routes. It's reasonable to predict a high volume of throws, particularly with a quarterback like Drake May at the helm. Henderson brings an explosive presence reminiscent of James White, a back who can burst through the line and shine as a receiver. His college career at Ohio State is testament to that ability. His rushing numbers are impressive. Last season, he amassed 1,000 yards and scored 10 touchdowns, while in 2023, he recorded 926 yards and 11 scores. In his first 2 years, he steadily rose to prominence, reaching 1,200 yards in his Ohio State debut. Yet what really jumps out are his receiving stats. Ohio State didn't typically feature the running back as a target in the passing game, resulting in only 27 catches for 284 yards and 19 receptions for 229 yards. Still, this athlete is fully capable of catching passes and should be active on routes, echoing the James White dynamic. At first, I wasn't entirely convinced by this pick. I even made a video expressing my desire for a receiver to complement Stephon Diggs. I want to give Drake May as many options as possible, regardless of who they are, because his potential is evident. In a quarterback-driven league, I recognize Rondra's quality despite his fumble issues. With Drake May and the possibility of checkdowns, especially to a player like Henderson who can give defenders problems, his productivity will surely rise, particularly in the passing game. If we bolster the line with an extra blocker to protect him, Drake May will have far more time to make plays. Henderson has already proven himself as a receiver. I reviewed his PFF grades, and for 2024, his receiving grade was 75.1, while in 2023, it was 73.6. He's truly strong in the passing game. Although he averaged only 17 receiving yards per game while running 15 routes, I imagine that number could grow to 20 with the Patriots in 2025. Looking at the past 3 seasons, PFF has provided detailed grades for every player. PFF assigned him a 73.6 receiving grade for 2023. This athlete truly shows great skill in catching the ball. Despite averaging 17 yards per game on 15 routes, I expect that to increase to 20 with the Patriots in 2025. Moreover, when we examine the last 3 seasons, PFF has given grades for every wide receiver and running back. For example, Rondre Stevenson logged a 62.2 grade over the past 3 seasons. Antonio Gibson posted 76.4, though that fell to 65.6 in 2024. Therefore, Trayvon Henderson should stand out. We're now looking at a 2-back system. Rondre Stevenson as the power piece and Henderson as the speed back who can serve on third downs. It's crucial that if you give this player time to block, if you provide Drake May an extra second with Henderson in protection, that will be hugely beneficial. Giving any quarterback even 3 to 4 seconds in the pocket is enough for him to find a free receiver. With the wideouts the Patriots have acquired, including Stephon Diggs, and with Kyle Williams added in the draft, I believe this strategy will be very successful. Henderson's role as a third down back is absolutely vital. In critical third down situations, converting to keep drives alive is key. Imagine a linebacker blitzing through the A-gap and Henderson picking him up. Drake can simply throw to Stephon Diggs for the first down, and the chains move. That's why I consider this an excellent acquisition. In my view, he had first-round talent, but win in the second. What a great opportunity. If Trayvon Henderson can block NFL-caliber defenders, well, the jump from college to the pros is significant. But if he can buy that extra time for Drake, Stephon Diggs will be open, and I believe Jalen Polk will also see more space. In the second round, we made an outstanding addition. Now the question for Trayvon Henderson is whether he can block NFL-level talent, given the marked difference between college and the pros. If he can give Drake more time, Stephon Diggs should find himself in prime position, and I believe Jalen Polk will enjoy a better season. I hold Kyle Williams in high regard, although I read he's projected to be the primary back in Week 1, which gives me some doubts. I see Rondra as the starter right now. Rondra had 6 fumbles in 2024, which isn't good. However, he also had a productive 2022, surpassing 1,000 yards. I think he can return to that level. With Will Campbell joining, the offensive line gains strength and new opportunities open up. If Rondra steps in and shows he still has potential, he could end up on the bench if the fumbles persist. For now, though, I'd say Rondra leads the RB1 race. We'll see how things unfold as mid-season approaches. Now I want your opinion. Who would you choose as the starter? Do you prefer Rondra as your main back or Trayvon Henderson? Type RS for Rondra or T for Trayvon. Personally, I'm leaning toward Rondra. To me, a power back is more advantageous than pure speed. I'm inclined toward the RB1. However, in third down situations, I'd definitely go with Trayvon. Now, let's turn our focus to the wide receivers. There's talk of a possible trade involving Kahan Booty. Could he be on his way out of New England? The receiver group is quite deep. But before we dive into that, I need to make a relevant point about this discussion. Kahan Booty is linked to a potential deal with the Cowboys, and here are the details that have emerged. I believe this deserves analysis. Booty might serve as a deeper option in the offense, but his production last year at age 23 would make him intriguing in a trade. A likely partner seems to be the Dallas Cowboys. Booty, at 5 feet 9 inches and 201 pounds, performed markedly better in the second half of 2024, posting 43 catches for 589 yards. He and Drake may connect it on some plays, but I'd like to see more of his upside. Looking at the Patriots receiver depth chart, Booty appears expendable. Space is limited. We have Stephon Diggs, Polk, and Kyle Williams, who could handle the number 3 role. More on him soon. Then there's Kendrick Bourne, who signed with Collins, and Jalen Polk. Roster spots are scarce. I don't see New England starting the season with 9 receivers. Kendrick Bourne, a veteran, and Kyle Williams, whom I view as very similar but with higher upside than Booty, are in the mix. And I don't believe they'll cut Jalen Polk after just 1 season. They're likely to give him a second chance in the offense, where we can truly assess him rather than dismiss him after a down year. I don't see that happening. I could envision a trade for Kahan Booty. He was already rumored before the draft. An ESPN article listed him among the top candidates, and others suggested moving him to acquire more draft capital. So this situation is very much on the table. Kahan Booty was considered a potential trade candidate before the draft. One article named him as a top option, and multiple sources indicated the team might move him for additional picks. The staff seems aware of the receiver surplus, and they recognize Booty could add value in those negotiations. With the aim of instilling a new culture, substantial roster changes have already been made, suggesting Booty's future here is uncertain. Furthermore, the arrival of a newcomer with similar physical traits increases competition. That new player posted impressive college numbers, high reception volume, yardage, an excellent yards per catch average, and a noteworthy touchdown total. highlighting his superior speed. Finding a trade partner could benefit a team lacking receiver depth. Having one of the league's top wideouts alongside the need to support another could make adding another piece advantageous. Rumors of team interest in Booty will be a key factor for the new coach. It remains unclear whether a deal will happen, but if they can secure trade value, pursuing it seems sensible. They might wait until training camp, when roster spots remain fluid, but as the cut-down date nears, trade decisions could become necessary. Although Booty may not be a cut candidate, his rookie contract makes him an attractive trade asset, and it's worth considering what compensation might come back. There's strong confidence in the new player's abilities, especially given his speed and agility on the field. One could consider him among potential cuts, but a rookie contract shifts that perspective. It would be interesting to reach out to teams, perhaps targeting a fourth-round pick in return. Let's analyze those options because there's genuine confidence in this new athlete. He's extremely fast on the field. The connection between these two players promises to be explosive, and everyone will be watching over the next few years. Now, I'll leave you with a question. Should the team consider trading Kahan Booty? If you agree, think yes. If not, think no. Personally, I'm in favor of yes. There are too many receivers on the roster, and with undrafted players still in the mix, some will earn spots. So I support the idea. This is my debut as a commentator, and I'm part of the community. I truly appreciate and follow everyone on the team's social media. Stay tuned, as we'll bring you regular updates. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that is sending shockwaves across the NFL landscape, star quarterback Trevor Lawrence has officially arrived at the New England Patriots headquarters to sign his long-anticipated contract. The former Clemson standout, who was selected as the #1 overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft by the Jacksonville Jaguars, appears set for a dramatic shift in his career trajectory as he prepares to don the iconic Patriots uniform. Lawrence's arrival at Gillette Stadium was met with a buzz of anticipation. Reporters and fans gathered early, hoping to catch a glimpse of the quarterback whose potential has captivated football audiences since his college days. Although details of the contract have not yet been disclosed, sources close to the negotiation suggest a multi-year deal that could redefine the Patriots' future under center. This signing marks a bold new chapter for both Lawrence and the Patriots. After years of searching for a true successor to Tom Brady, New England may finally have found its franchise quarterback. Lawrence brings not only a strong arm and mobility, but also a football IQ that has been praised by analysts and coaches alike. While his tenure in Jacksonville showed moments of brilliance, inconsistency and organizational turbulence often hindered his development. Now, with the stable and disciplined environment cultivated by head coach Jared Mayo and the Patriots front office, Lawrence has a chance to flourish. The Patriots offense is expected to be tailored to maximize Lawrence's strengths: quick decision-making, deep ball accuracy, and the ability to extend plays outside the pocket. With a revamped defensive line and an emerging core of young receivers, expectations are high in Foxborough. Fans, still adjusting to a post-Brady era, are now daring to hope again. Trevor Lawrence's signing signals more than just a new face under center. It symbolizes a revival of the Patriots' competitive spirit. As he walked through the facility doors today, the message was clear: New England is ready to compete at the highest level once more, and Trevor Lawrence is ready to lead them there. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.